What's going on, people of YouTube? This is J. Jonathan Reno giving you a quick little helpful video here. If you're having problems with your old controllers, the buttons are sticking, or whenever you press them nothing's happening on the screen, I'll show you an easy fix that usually fixes it almost every time. Some things you'll need, depends on the controller a lot of times, but for a lot of the earlier controllers, a small micro Phillips, and you can usually find these at the grocery store in the impulse section or at a little tool store. Sometimes they're labeled as an eyeglass repair kit, but very easy to find. That you just need a very small tipped Phillips. And some of the other ones that you may need, this is called a tri-wing bit, and instead of the 4 like a Phillips, it's 3, so some things start to get a little bit more specific when it comes to that. If you're cleaning your carts, a lot of times you'll need these special security bits that are kind of like an inverted star hex kind of thing. Those, usually these two right here and the tri-wing, you gotta order, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but they're usually very cheap. You can get them on eBay for $5 or so, usually as a set. But let's say we're working on this old controller. Very simple, especially the earlier you go. Once you get your screws off, remember how the cord is inlaid. Right here you can kind of see how it wraps around these two digits here. Be very mindful of the wires, because usually they're soldered in. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Once it comes off, this usually is a very simplistic board. There we go. Set that right there. All you need really to clean these up, get you a Q-tip or two and some isopropyl 95% alcohol, or just a very high percentage of rubbing alcohol. Leaves less residue. And you'll see these little tips. These are for your buttons, these little rubber bits right here, and then it has the little small, it's like graphite or something in here. Clean these tips with the alcohol right here. And clean these contacts right over here where the buttons make connection right here. You do that right there, and I guarantee you won't have that problem where you press the button, nothing happens on the screen. If you do have that problem, something's wrong with the board rather than the contacts. If your buttons are sticking, simply pull all this stuff out. Clean around the sides, clean the gunk out, and that usually solves that. Nintendo's notorious for having these little digits that you have to place them back the way that they were originally, or it just won't fit, so it makes things very easy when it comes to putting this stuff back together. When you get into the more advanced controllers, it gets a little bit harder. You know, in 64 you got to worry about the triggers, the way it goes back in. Still very easy, very doable. It's fun to practice on this stuff, and it makes it very nice. Rather than having to go out and buy a new controller, you can just simply fix the one you got, or Frankenstein another one and make a good one from two bad ones. So it's very easy to do. These parts are interchangeable. So if you like the video, thank you for watching, and whoopee whoopee.